Okay, I've been told to start because there's people online. So who went last night? Hands up. So who's still hungover? Still hands up? Okay, I don't believe any of you. All right, so here we go. Day two, my day one of COF's conference, Waste 2024. My name is Gayle Sloan. I'm the CEO of the Waste Management and Resource Recovery Association of Australia. Before I kick off, I'd just like to acknowledge the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people as the traditional custodians of the Gumbaynggirr lands where we meet, and I'd like to pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. I also want to say that the brilliant job we do in the waste and resource recovery sector is actually a reflection of the work of First Nations, because we believe strongly about country and climate, and that's why we do what we do. We don't manage waste, we manage resources. I'm going to talk about that a bit more later, because you all know my view on that. Before I go much further though, I actually want to recognise Greg. Where are you, Greg? You were here. Greg, where is he? Is he hiding? This is Greg's 28th year. I need to put my glasses on. This is Greg's 28th year here doing COFs, which is a phenomenal thing to take an event from 200 people to over 700 people and rock up and do this every year, bring together a program of so many people with so many competing interests and, you know, create what I guess I see as the group hug for our sector. We all come together and we all reminisce about how bloody hard it is. Oh, here he is. Now he comes back. Thanks, Greg. Can we all acknowledge Greg and his 28 years, please? Just out of interest, other than Jimmy Jaggs, who probably doesn't remember any of them, who has been here for the 28? How many? 28? 28? 27? Annie? Tracy? 20. That's amazing, guys. Well done, Natasha. How many have you done, Natasha? 12th. Wow, all right. So, you know, the rule of thumb in our sector is if you've been here more than 6 months, you never leave. So if you're on the cusp, get out now. And if you're past the 6 months, just get used to it. You'll be here every year, all right? All right, well done, Greg. Thank you so much. It's going to be not the same not having you here, but you can look around and be so proud of all that you've done and all you've created and the buzz that I think everyone feels when they walk into this precinct in May and go, it's okay, it's safe, we can bitch about everyone but us now, because only we understand how difficult it is, what we do and how little everyone gets what we do. It's almost like I feel like our sector is a dirty little secret that people just aren't prepared to understand the importance of us. Last week I was at the Senate committee and I feel like, you know, Tracy said to me yesterday in the corridor, it felt a bit like, here we go again, does no one get it? Like, why does not everyone understand that we're not waste managers, we're managers of materials that people throw out that have no value, but it has value. And until we start thinking about what we consume and what we produce and how we use it and how we manage it, we're not going to address the carbon or the biodiversity crisis. It's just a no-brainer. So, you know, our job, I think, when we walk out of here is to remind everyone how important we are and how all roads lead here to dealing with the planetary challenges. Does anyone know what Earth Overshoot Day is? No, it's actually, no. But just put your hand up if you know what it is. Do you know what date we hit it this year? There you go, but you're wrong. 5th of April. So we're a month. So on the 5th of April, Australia used every piece of resource that it needed or was entitled to for this year. So this year in Australia, we're going to consume 3 times our planets. If we do not start using less and using it longer, which is the role that we play, we are not going to address the carbon or biodiversity challenge. So your job is to walk out of here and keep talking to people about that. We can talk as much as we want about what goes in what bins, but I am still flabbergasted in a cost of living crisis that we're fighting to buy shit to put in a bin. I would much rather we didn't buy the things we didn't need and not put it in the bin and use it over and over again. That has got to be our challenge, guys, as a sector. And it's also our personal challenge, not just our industry challenge. Use less and use it longer. So I'm going to bang on about this all morning, and if you get it wrong, you'll end up with me before morning tea, me after morning tea, and me lunch, so choose your sessions wisely. This morning's session, though, we're going to focus on circular economy. We're going to lead off with Tony Chappell from EPA to talk about what's happening in New South Wales and setting up for a circular economy. We're going to be really lucky and hear from Johan Prumol from Netherlands, who's going to talk about what they're doing for creating a genuine circular economy and a genuine planning framework across their country. With Australia only at 5.4% of our materials being circular, we've got a long way to go. And having had the benefit of seeing Johan last week, I know that they've got some great stuff, very long documents, but very long comprehensive documents that link to each other. Wouldn't that be novel rather than doing myopic strategies in Australia? All right. I just want to, before we get to our next speakers, just recognise our major sponsors, New South Wales EPA, Redirect Recycling and Visy Recycling. Our gold sponsors, Epic Enviro, Regroup, Sustainable Generation and Gore Cover, and our supporters, WMRR, us, remember us, Local Government New South Wales and Australian Association of Educators. Download your app, and I gather in the app you can ask questions, so just make sure you have a look at that if you want to ask questions. Turn off your mobile phones to silent, but please, hashtag, all you young kids, AYK, whatever it is, if you know, please make sure you do all that sort of social media stuff, so because, if it's not on social media, it didn't happen.